All right, welcome everybody. If you don't know who I am, my name is Marvin Frederick. I am a day trader. My style of trading is swing. If you don't know who I am, you can follow me on Instagram, digital underscore money underscore Marv. Digital underscore money underscore Marv. But I just wanted to get on here and just talk to y'all about the current um situation with meta quotes or Metatrader, right? A lot of people have been saying that their brokers have been getting kicked off. Um, I'm not gonna say the broker that I use, but my broker is still on there. I don't know if it'll be safe or not, but I know it is regulated. I know I have had that broker for the entirety since I've been started trading. So like 2.5 years, almost 3 years. I've had that same broker. And I don't want to say the name of the broker because people can't get into it because they're not accepting any more US clients. So that's kind of like tough for people who didn't get in trading a little earlier, right? It's always a thing of you're never late, but sometimes you are kind of late to certain things. But yeah, I'm gonna just get into just what I think a lot of people should do moving forward, right? And this is not financial advice, nothing like that. Take it with a grain of salt, do your own research. But if I was in the position of, as far as like my broker being kicked off MetaQuotes or MetaTrader, I wouldn't really be worried, right? Of course, your money, you should be able to get your money out from the broker. Whoever your broker is, you should be able to get that money out, things like that. But I would see what's going on, right? I would wait and see what's going on unless you have like a large sum of capital, right? In that broker, I would just wait, just play it cool because you got to think, excuse me, you got to think MetaQuotes or MetaTrader, they were getting paid, right? They were getting paid by all these brokers to be on their platform, right? So they're not going to be happy. It's business at the end of the day. They're not going to be happy with, the US coming down and, enforcing these strict rules and stuff like that and kicking us US retail traders off of their platform, right? They're not going to be happy because they're losing a lot of money, right? You think of people who have, $100 accounts, $1,000 accounts, five-figure, six-figure accounts, right? With them, they're being kicked off. They're not going to be happy. They're not going to take that likely, right? So a few things are probably going to happen, right? There's going to be new platforms, which there already are a few platforms. I think one is called C Trader. I think another one is called Sway something. I think another one is called Act Trader. So it's other platforms out there right now. I'm not an advocate of none of those platforms because I'm not on them, right? I am doing my current research on them, just for people in my group, as far as like now if they want a new broker, but a lot of them are in the same broker I'm in, so we're not really too worried. But I'm looking for, people that are looking to get into trading later on, right? I want to be able to be knowledgeable about the brokers that they can use, whether regulated or not. I wanted to make sure that these brokers are trusted and they're working well so that when they come in and they start their journey, that they have a reliable broker, to put their funds in and trade in this market. So, I wouldn't be worried because you have to think like this. Everything is a business, right? It's never gonna be good times 24/7, right? Nothing is gonna be great. Nothing is gonna be rainbows and sunshine, right? You're gonna have to go through, you're gonna have to weather the storm. Now obviously what MetaTrader is MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, right? Now 4 and 5 doesn't come before 1, 2, and 3, right? So you have to assume that before there was a 1, 2, and 3, and something happened with those, and then they came out with the 4 and 5, right? Just like how they came up with the 5, I think last year, sometime, or maybe a year and a half ago, with just improvements and better like that, something else is going to come out, right? So everything is going to be okay, whether that be MetaQuotes or MetaTrader, resolving the issue with the US and letting, you know, us US retail traders back on their platforms with the brokers, or whether it's going to be through another platform, like I said before, with those options or possibly new options, right? But I wouldn't be worried. Trading has been around as long as the stock market. So, it's not going anywhere as far as like, will we have to adapt to a different style of a platform? That's a possibility. But that's just life, right? Nothing is ever the same. It's always going to be changes. That's the only thing in life that's guaranteed, right? Death and change. So, I wouldn't be worried in those aspects, but I just want to get on here and just give you guys just a little update on that and just my point of view on that, right? Because I know a lot of people are probably freaking out and they probably shouldn't, especially I don't want to downplay anyone, because, whether you have $50 in your account or whether you have, 50,000, everything is relative. So I don't want to say that, a lot of people shouldn't be worried because they don't have any money on there. No, I'm not going to do that. But I wouldn't be worried just because the simple fact that this is a business, right? And it's not like they're just going to disappear, like up and just disappear. That's not going to happen, right? Nobody's going to just run off with your money and this, that, and the third, right? So I wouldn't be worried about that. Um, I would be I would be looking and doing my own research on different platforms. That is one thing that I would be doing, right? Just because for the simple fact that, if it doesn't get resolved, right, you will have to find a new platform. You would no longer be able to use meta quotes or Metatrader, which is the same thing, but it's just, terminology is different, but you would no longer be able to use that platform. So you would have to use a different platform. So that's the only thing I would really have any kind of concern about. But as far as like being able to trade and, it being simple with, buy and sell, it's gonna be here for us, right? It's not going anywhere. You know, um, as long as it's not the end of the world, we'll still be able to trade. So I wouldn't be worried. And another solution to that as well, is trading on a prop firm, right? Now I know the prop firm space is kind of like iffy with my forex funds being closed down with those sanctions, right? You can use reliable ones like FTMO, right? FTMO has been around for a while, right? So it's always solutions, right? So don't think that when problems arise that it's the end of the world. It's always solutions, and the people who find the solutions first are usually the people who have, I'm not going to say have it easier, but they're able to sustain, right? So always be looking for solutions. Always have an open mind, never worry, never panic. It's just like if you're in the trade, right? Panicking is not going to do anything, right? You have to keep a level head and think. Same thing with the real world in real life. And this is a real life situation, right? You have to be level headed, be calm, and just think, right? There's no need to worry, but you should be, you know, um, broadening your horizons, right? Don't worry, but do your research. So that's pretty much it for that. Let you guys know, or I'll let you guys know, as far as like what I do in the future. But like I said, my broker is still fine. I'm not going to say the name of that broker, so I don't want people trying to flood to it because you can't get into it if you're not on it already. And also, you know, I don't know if it's going to get kicked off or not, right? But I know as far as like right now, everything is fine. But I don't know what the near future holds. And also, it's almost the end of the year, so a lot of people aren't really trading too much. We probably have the rest of this week and then next week, and that's probably it for this year. And then that whole week of Christmas is probably just going to be like a dead week. And then we'll probably be back the first week of January, the new year, right, to trade again. So this is happening. So we have a few weeks to kind of, let it digest and, find, valuable, solutions to a problem. So, that's a good thing if you look at the cup, half empty, half full, right? You look at it like that, you're gonna have time to find a solution because, like I said, you only have like maybe this week and then maybe some of next week to trade. So, it's not like if this happened, beginning of the year, right? And it was like uncertainty. It's not really, that's not the case. So, you know, like I said, no need to be worried, but keep your options open. Be on the lookout. Um, if you're not subscribed to my page, subscribe, click notifications. If you haven't clicked notifications, turn them on. You're really gonna want to turn them on now because when I find out more information, or when I choose to do something else, I will update you guys and y'all can move forward the same way. But, like I said, do your own research, stay calm, stay level-headed. It's a business, right? It's a business at the end of the day, right? This is not just strictly getting on the charts and trading. Foreign exchange market is bigger than that, right? You got prop firms, you got, hedge markets, you got all these kind of things that comes into this field, right? It's just like any other field, just like the medical field. You have doctors, nurses, da 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 da. Da. This is the same thing, right? It's more than just charts, lines, and graphs, right? So, you know, click subscribe, turn on my notifications. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me digital_money_Marv. I've been ghost for a minute, pretty much this whole year, just getting my mental right, trying to upgrade certain things of that nature, but I'm back in full effect. So, stay tuned, and let's catch this journey together. But I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is not an option.